Okay, so we hear about AI all the time, right? It's everywhere. But how are real businesses, on the ground, actually using it? In this explainer, we're going to cut through all the noise and look at a super interesting case study that shows just how much this tech is changing the entire game.
So, picture this. You're trying to run 3 completely different businesses with just one set of tools. Get this, a co-working space, a marketing agency, and a B2B software company. It just sounds impossible, doesn't it? How could you possibly juggle the sales, the marketing, and all the customer chats for ventures that are so different using a single platform?
And that is the big question, isn't it? Well, the answer, it's all about some seriously cool technology. So let's dig in and break down how this kind of unified management isn't just a fantasy. It's happening for businesses right now.
To really get this, we need a real-world example. So let's meet Shankar Rao, an entrepreneur from Chennai, India, who is staring this exact problem right in the face. His story, well, it's pretty much the perfect way to understand what we're talking about today. Now, this is what's so wild about this. Look at the sheer diversity here. We're not talking about, 3 flavors of the same thing. You've got a physical real estate business, a services agency for clients, and a super technical B2B software platform. The challenge of finding new customers and talking to them for each one of these is just massive and totally different from one another.
So, what was the magic bullet? How do you solve this puzzle? It wasn't by hiring a huge team or by buying a dozen different confusing software tools. Nope. The solution was one single integrated AI platform that pretty much acts as a co-pilot, helping him navigate the tricky parts of all 3 businesses at once.
So, what do we even mean by that? It's really important to get this. This isn't just another chatbot or a simple email tool. It's the whole shebang. It's one unified system that handles everything from the very first moment a potential customer finds you, to the follow-up messages on WhatsApp, to booking an actual meeting. And it does it all without a human ever having to touch it. Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty. Here's a problem that I bet every single business owner knows all too well. It's the kind of thing that keeps you up at night, the dreaded 10 p.m. lead. So here's the scene. You know how it is. Someone's burning the midnight oil. They find your co-working space online, and they are excited. They want to know more right now. But of course, your team is at home, fast asleep. By the time someone gets in at 9 a.m. the next day, poof, that excitement is gone. They've already messaged 3 of your competitors. That hot lead has gone ice cold. And this is the AI solution in action. It's not just a single canned response. It's a smart automated dance. You get instant engagement on WhatsApp, right where the customer is. Then, an hour later, a follow-up email with more info, like a link to a tour. And if there's still no reply, a final little nudge with an SMS. This system is on the job 24/7, so no lead ever falls through the cracks again. All right, now for what is honestly the most mind-blowing part of this whole thing. This next part sounds like it's straight out of a movie, but I promise you, it's real and it's happening right now. We're not just talking about managing leads anymore. We're talking about creating the very thing that captures them in the first place, a website.
I mean, just think for a second about the old way of getting a website built, right? The endless back and forth with designers, the massive cost. What a headache. The AI approach? It just throws all of that right out the window. It completely flips the script.
40 seconds. That's it. That's how long the AI in this case study took to build a complete professional landing page from scratch. Seriously, just let that number sink in for a moment. 40 seconds?
And get this. Look at what the human actually had to do. This isn't code. It's not some complicated tech brief that you need a degree for. It's just plain English. You're literally just telling the AI what you want, like you're talking to a really, really smart assistant.
And so, what did it spit out? Not some ugly first draft. No, a fully baked, polished, mobile-friendly landing page. It's got professional writing, relevant images, and a form to actually capture those leads. And it's all ready to go, created in less time than it takes you to brew a pot of coffee. It's just insane. Okay, so having a tool like this is obviously a game changer for any business owner. But let's zoom out a little. What if you're not just using the tool? What if you're selling the service? This is where a whole new business model just pops into existence, the AI agency. And this is where the rubber really meets the road. These things we've been talking about, the chatbots, the AI receptionists, they're not just features, they're actual services you can sell. You could go to a local doctor's office and sell them an AI receptionist that handles all their inbound calls. You can manage a restaurant's online reviews automatically. As you can see, These things solve real, painful problems for businesses, and they command real market value.
So you might be thinking, okay, that sounds cool, but where would I even start? Well, the advice here is so simple, but so smart. Focus. Just pick one lane. Become the go-to AI person for dentists or for real estate agents. Become an expert in solving their specific problems. And your successes, your results, they basically become your best sales pitch.
And that really brings us to the core message, the powerful takeaway from all this. This isn't some far-off, futuristic technology. This isn't coming soon. The tools are here today, and the window of opportunity is right now. The businesses and entrepreneurs who jump on this today are building a competitive advantage that's going to be really, really hard to catch up with later.
All of this, it leads us to this one huge, profound question for the future. When AI can do so much of the heavy lifting, from sales and marketing to web design and customer service, does that mean that every single company, to survive and thrive, now has to become an AI company at its very core? It's a pretty wild thought, and it's definitely something worth chewing on.